ultimate vlogging setup, in my opinion. I've actually used this setup for the last 2 years. This is my second setup like this that I bought. I want to have a backup because my other one is 2 years old and it is starting to show some signs of wear. It's a Canon G7X Mark II and a Slik AL-420M tripod. And then the camera was $650 at B&H, but you get it like Adorama as well. And the tripod was $120. And this camera came bundled with an extra battery, which I highly suggest, and a 32 gigabyte SanDisk Extreme SD card. Also, you're gonna need that too to get up and running. But so $770 plus tax, shipping was free, and there it is. When I first started off, I just watched some other vloggers like Casey Neistat, and I just thought, okay, well, I'll get like a T7i DSLR type thing with an external microphone, kind of mimicked his setup. But I quickly found when I went out and tried to film myself painting that it was just too much equipment. It was too bulky. The extra microphone, although it was good, you could put like what they call dead squirrel over it, which is like fake fur over the microphone, and that deadens the wind. When I was first starting to film myself painting outside, I had a lot of wind noise, and I did find a solution for that, more on that in a second. But the equipment was just too cumbersome. Also, I didn't like the fact that, you know, if I was going to go into a store, you know, carrying a DSLR is a big camera. It's very obvious, especially with this like external microphone on it. Now, you know, somebody like Casey Neistat or some people are very comfortable bringing a big camera everywhere they go, in restaurants, whatever. Not me. I like to be more discreet about it, and you know, I don't want to draw attention. So what I needed was a stealth setup that shot high quality. A lot of vloggers, beauty vloggers, etc. use this camera. In fact, that's how I found out about it. My daughter had a G7X. We went and did a video together, and I saw the footage afterwards, and I was like, wow, the quality looks really good. Shoots in 1080 high def, 1080 DP, is that how you say it? It doesn't shoot in 4K, which is a higher quality. I don't have the computing power to be crunching that kind of video anyway. 1080 seems to be totally good quality for YouTube, for like if you're watching on a computer or you're watching on a phone. 1080 is beautiful. So I don't need these big 4K files to be dealing with. All right, so the pros of this setup, it's pretty light actually. It's about 14 inches long. I don't know the weight, but I'd say like maybe a couple pounds. And what you can do is, this thing I like about it, I use this tripod as a selfie stick, so I'll extend it out, okay? And then we've got the viewfinder screen here. I'm gonna turn it on. You can see this screen comes, this will pop up, and now I can hold this out like a selfie stick, and I can talk to the camera and frame my shot. And you can hold it out pretty far. So if I want to get multiple people in the frame, and I can frame it by looking at this screen up here. The sound quality is really good. I do get some wind noise. So what I'll do with this camera is I'm going to apply some fake fur over the microphone. There are videos on YouTube explaining how to do that. Basically, I just take some two-sided tape, cut holes where the microphones are, and then put some fake fur on there. That's basically it. And that works great. So I'll need to do that. It makes your camera look like it's got a mohawk. All right, some of the pros of having a tripod like this. It's got the quick release, so you can take the camera off in case you want to go into a store or a museum or something, and you don't want to be having this, you know, tripod. You can be very discreet with this. Very stealth. It doesn't draw a lot of attention. Very easy to put back onto the tripod. Okay, another important thing, this tripod comes with a ball head. Very easy to adjust in any direction, and it's got one knob here, super fast and easy to lock into position. Another thing that's really important is the clamps that secure the legs. You can just kind of quickly have this thing set up in no time, and then also break it down really quickly and lock off the clamps, and you're good to go. Super fast. Limiting the camera shake, I think, is super important. You know, having the tripod and getting a bunch of locked off tripod shots where it's super stable, that's really nice. So I try to use the tripod as much as possible. Also, when you are in selfie mode, there's something about having it extended out like this when you're talking to the camera that really stabilizes the image. This camera has image stabilization, which is really good. So the image stabilization in combination with holding it out on a selfie stick like this, you guys have probably seen when I'm walking and talking to the camera, a lot of times people are like, where's the camera? Like, how are you filming yourself? So that's the trick right there. It's like using this tripod as a selfie stick. Okay, so some of the downsides, like I said, there's some people have an issue with the fact that this camera does not have a port for an external microphone. That for me is not an issue. I wanted the least amount of equipment as possible. You know, I've already got my painting equipment. Also too, even when I'm just out vlogging, like when I was in Paris and vlogging there, this is all I took out with me, and I was able to get, you know, some great, like I said, some great scenery shots, some great selfie type stuff, walking and talking, and then also pop the camera off when I'm in the museums or whatever. So it's worked out in, you know, painting situations, in just pure vlogging situations. So overall, this is it, round 2 for me with this exact setup, and I couldn't be happier. Thanks for hanging out, guys. If you got something out of this and you want to pitch in, I got a Patreon link down below. Other than that, have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.